After a two-day spectacular rally in stocks, which we seen late last week on Thursday and on Friday, in which the Nifty gained almost 254 points in these 2 days, on Thursday and Friday last week, we saw almost the entire gains, or rather a substantial amount of gains, being wiped out today in trade on Tuesday. Monday, of course, was a public holiday, so we had no trading. So out of the 254 points rally that we saw on Thursday and Friday last week, almost 184 points lost today means a substantial amount of gains was taken away. So what led to this 184 points fall on the Nifty and about 624 points fall on the Sensex? There were a number of reasons for the fall. The primary reason for the fall was that there was no news coming out from the ministry on whether the surcharge on the super rich that was levied, the surcharge tax on the super rich, will be withdrawn anytime soon. Remember, the market rallied last week largely on reports that the surcharge tax on the super rich may be withdrawn. There was no information, and probably that led to some selling pressure. What's most important is the selling pressure was in heavyweights. HDFC Bank. These two stocks are heavily owned by foreign portfolio investors, and when these two stocks start falling, since they are heavyweights in the index, they drag the markets lower. And probably you haven't seen really HDFC fall as much as 5%. You don't see that happening too often. And when HDFC falls 5%, there has to be some heavy selling from foreign portfolio investors that took place in trade. HDFC also fell 3%, and since these are two heavyweights, they pulled the indices down substantially today. Apart from this, Yes Bank fell 10%, 10 to 11%, and remember, it had launched its QIP, qualified institutional placement, late last week at around a price of 87, and today it closed 10 to 11% lower in trade. There was tremendous selling pressure. Apart from Yes Bank, there were a number of other stocks also which pulled the indices lower. Primarily, these were auto stocks. I mean, we saw late last week some reprieve for auto stocks, and there was some buying in auto stocks. But today, they gave up almost all the gains that they had last week. We saw Hero Motorcorp, we saw Maruti falling, Hero Motorcorp falling, Bajaj falling, Bajaj Auto, and as per a Reuters report, the drop in vehicle sales for the month of July is as much as 36% compared to July of 2018. That's a substantial drop, and probably this is also what led to some selling pressure today in auto stocks. Coming to the gainers today in trade, we saw a solid rally in the stock of India Bulls Housing. Now, we don't know what's happening in India Bulls Housing. As late as Thursday, it was down to a 52-week low of 429. In two trading sessions on Friday and today on Tuesday, it has jumped substantially from 429 to as much as 483. That's a significant jump. Now, there are reports going around, say, that the promoters of India Bulls Housing are ready to cede the position, their promotional tax stake when the merger with Lakshmi Vilas Bank happens. Now, that probably has led to some rally, and there are hopes that the Reserve Bank of India may allow for a merger of Lakshmi Vilas Bank with India Bulls Housing. That's pure speculation. There is no confirmation as yet, but India Bulls Housing has seen a substantial and significant rally, to say the least. Another stock, of course, that rallied today in trade was Reliance Industries, and we all know that yesterday was the AGM of Reliance Industries, and we saw a flurry of announcements happening at Reliance Industries by the chairman Mukesh Ambani. That drove the stock around 9 to 10% higher in trade today. Among the various announcements was a stake in the petrochemicals business, exploration and petrochemical business to Saudi Aramco for almost $15 billion. Now, there are reports that this $15 billion as well as a stake sale in to BP might go a long way in reducing and making Reliance Industries a debt-free company. Now remember, Reliance Industries has significant debt, and if Aramco and BP pick a stake in some of the businesses, they can reduce their debt significantly. This is what drove the stock up today in trade. I mean, a 9 to 10% rally in Reliance is unheard of. According to reports, this is the biggest rally we have seen in the stock of Reliance in almost a decade. Coming to the broader markets, there was tremendous selling pressure across in the markets, and there are reports that we might see even more selling pressure tomorrow as technical levels have been breached. The Nifty fell below the 11,000 points mark once again in trade today, whereas the Sensex fell below the 37,000 mark in trade. These are key technical levels that technical analysts were watching for. So in all probability, we'll see lower levels. And remember, the markets have closed at almost the low point of the day, which means we are looking for further selling pressure when markets open tomorrow. It would be unwise, very unwise to take long positions in the market at this juncture. Wait for some stability before you take some positions. We look forward to a great day of trading tomorrow.